The Colt King Cobra, resurrected in 2019 after some on-again, off-again periods in Colt's history. It's not ours, it's a borrowed gun, but you know I like revolvers. So we had a chance to shoot it. We're going to talk about it here on Riders Range. Stick around. I want to welcome you to Riders Range. We're out here in Colorado Springs and stopped off to visit my daughter and my grandkids, and my grandson just purchased with his own money his very first revolver, the Colt King Cobra. That's after I also gave him my 586. We, by the way, got a link to that video up here in the corner, and he really liked revolvers, decided that he also wanted to try out the Colt, found this one and bought it and let Grandpa shoot it. And I want to thank Magnum Shooting Center out here in Colorado Springs. They have two locations. They were generous enough to let us onto the range without anybody else shooting in the background while we did the range footage of this and one other gun. And really appreciate the hospitality that was offered to us by Magnum Shooting Center. All right, the King Cobra, unlike the regular Cobra is a 38 only. The King Cobra is a 38 357. It's on the frame that was basically the Colt Trooper design, not the Python. Of course, Colt came out with a Python not too long ago, also resurrected again after many years. This gun, as you can see, though, is loaded. 38 357. Now these come in 2-inch, 3-inch, and 4 1/4-inch barrels. The 2-inch and 3-inch have fixed sights. The target model, which is what this is a 4 1/4-inch barrel. I don't know if this is fact, but I heard that they made it 4 1/4 instead of 4-inch because in Canada the barrel has to be longer than 4 inches in order to be legitimate. Very, very nice gun. It's a polished stainless finish, fiber optic front sight, fully adjustable rear sight. I want to talk more about that rear sight here in just a moment. This gun also has the Altamonte Grips on it, which are very nice wood pattern grips. I've got Altamontes on a couple of others and really like their grips. It comes standard on it. It has the Colt logo, and it says it's a matte stainless. This is almost a polished stainless on this particular gun. 6 shots, as I said, 357. We did shoot some 357. We'll chat about that here in just a minute. The trigger, I didn't bring my trigger gauge with me, but the double action on this feels like it's probably in the 9-pound range, give or take. There is no over travel, and it does stack just a little bit to the rear, but it feels nice. Single action is very short, crisp, no over travel. It feels around 3 pounds, might be just a hair less than that. But again, I like the feel of both single and double action on this. All right, as I mentioned, fully adjustable rear sight, adjustable for elevation, adjustable for windage. One thing that I found a little interesting on this gun, the first time I shot it, the rear sight blade was moving on its own a little bit left and right. When I attempted to adjust it, because the gun was drifting, because it was shooting to the left, so when I first attempted to adjust it, it moved very freely. Then I found out that there's a really small set screw right there that once you get it adjusted, crank down that set screw and it's not going anywhere. However, there is just a little bit of play in the whole sight mechanism here on the top strap. From all the research I've done, it's pretty much standard on all of these target models. One thing that really doesn't excite me about this particular gun is the length of the extractor. Push the extractor, that's as far out as the extractor star goes, and with a 38 case, there's still quite a bit left. So extracting the case does not go all the way out. Now, we didn't have any problem with vigorous extraction on the range, pushing down while keeping the barrel pointed up, thrusting the gun down. They all came out. I thought that it'd be sticking with 357s, and 357 is going to be even less of a full extraction. But even with 357s, we didn't have any problem extracting the rounds on this after shooting them. And it'd be nice if something like my Smith & Wesson's, which will get it almost all the way out, maybe the last 1/8 of an inch. It doesn't come out here. It's about 3/8 of an inch of the case that's still in on 38 special. This gun shoots nice though. It was right on at 15 yards using my hand loader 38 ammunition, 158 grain semi-wide cutters at 24 yards, which is the maximum of the pistol ranges at Magnum. Now Magnum also has a 100-yard rifle range, which is really nice. We haven't tried it out yet, but taking the target all the way down to 24 yards, it does shoot just a little bit low, and particularly with the 357, this was shooting a little bit low and a little bit scattered. Maybe I had too many cups of coffee this morning before we went to the range, but I'm confident that this would be ring and steel at 25 yards with no problem on our range. I'm sure that it'd be hitting at 50 yards, even our 10-inch plates, possibly the 8 and maybe even the 6-inch at 50 yards. I'm not going to get an opportunity to try it because this gun belongs with family out here in Colorado, not back home in Michigan. This gun did have quite a bit of bark with the 125 grain 357 we put through it. But again, it's a 357. What do you expect? 38 loads in this gun, just a pussycat. It shoots really, really nice. This gun goes for right around $1,000. And is it worth it? Well, again, that's a subjective question. My grandson was very content spending $1,000 on this gun. I don't need to buy one because I can go out here to Colorado and use one. But if I wanted one, I think that this would be certainly be worth it. It's going to be a little bit more than a Smith & Wesson K-frame, but you get the Colt name on it, and of course you get the backward cylinder release, and you get a backward turning cylinder, not backward compared to Smith & Wesson's. But hey, you know me, I'm a long-term Smith & Wesson guy. All right, so that's just a quick look at the Colt King Cobra out here on Colorado Springs through the generosity of Magnum Shooting Center, the opportunity to shoot this on their range, and it's a nice shooting gun, and we like it. If you like this video, we certainly appreciate a thumbs up. If you haven't already done so, please subscribe. Click on the notifications bell so you know what's coming up. So like, share, subscribe, whatever it takes to help Riders Range continue to grow. We really appreciate the growth that you have all provided us so far. So again, a quick look at the Colt King Cobra out here on Riders Range. Thanks for stopping by.